Hello, Taurus. I am back for just like a moving forward energy, and this is going to cover July 2021. Although you should subscribe to my channel so that you can stay tuned to the readings that I post throughout the month of July 2021. Okay? So, and I will be posting all the other signs as well, and I can't do that all in one day. So, just go ahead and subscribe just in case you want to see your sign. And I will also be doing readings for the collective energies. Come on in and aboard. Okay, let me just clear some energy here, if you don't mind. It's been quite an interesting month so far. And it's like June should be over, but it's not. So what are we going to do? Okay, so Taurus, we are here. What is coming up for the sign of Taurus? What are the energies coming up for the sign of Taurus? What should they be aware of? What do you want them to know? Ooh, what's happening? Already you have a lot going on. How do I bring all this out? And I'm not going to read these particular cards reverse. So I'm kind of just going to flip them over and bring them out. Right? You have a lot of people in your reading so far. Children, possible babies, giving birth. I'm seeing some mature energy as well. Ooh. You have that 10 of Earth in the same position as Gemini did. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom here. Ooh, King of Earth. Wow. Wow. I told you have quite a bit of mature energy here. This King of Earth is just showing that during Mercury retrograde, a lot of you guys really have bossed up. You really have matured. There's quite a bit of you guys that has worked on yourself. You have learned how to work and operate with money, doing investments. For some of you guys, you learned, you used, like this is about materials, what you value, what your assets, property, what you're trying to invest in. You are really just maturing, and you're just taking responsibility and accountability, and you're just putting things into your own hands. Like, you're just really going for it. Wow. I don't know what happened during Mercury retrograde for you guys, but this is how you came out of it. So, you're already starting off good for the ones of you that wanted to know. Okay. Right in the center, King of Air. So, this is just you. You're being about no nonsense. Hopefully, you can see this card really good. It's no nonsense. Some of you guys could be really direct. And even though this is a no nonsense card and you're being really direct, you're doing it in a very professional way. And, well, if anything, this is what this card is symbolizing that you should do. So being professional, being business-like, really, this is just you not really taking no for an answer. And when I say not taking no for an answer, I mean like whatever shortcomings that you have came across, you are not supposed to let that get to you or stop you. This is saying like, okay, if you come at a stump in the road, something you feel like you don't know, you haven't accomplished yet, you don't know how to approach it, there's details, what do you need to do? This is saying, okay, learn about it. Get certified. Look into information. Read. Teach. Willing to be taught. Willing to learn. Willing to polish up your skills. Because there could be, for some of you guys, you come across a situation this month that is requiring a certain type of professionalism from you. Okay? And this could be, see, this is like when you start digging into the cards, you realize something. Like, this could be you. Oh my goodness. Right? King of Earth. You're King of Earth. and you're coming to your like you're approaching situations from a King of Earth's point of view or stand point, if I'm saying that right. Being stubborn, not really being flexible or negotiable to certain things, but you may have to come off like more of the king of air here. Still on your king-ish, right? Still on your king movement, but being more flexible, willing to learn, willing to polish up your skills, becoming the ultimate professional, the intellectual. This could be training or school for some of you guys too. Okay, so I was interrupted. Page of Fire. So, yes, some of you guys could be really feeling that impulse, right? To make a move. To make a move, hop into something. It could be definitely money oriented. And yet you're being asked to kind of, pull back some. I'm feeling a little by little energy. I'm feeling like progressing as you go along. Kind of pull back, observe a little bit, but then also apply yourself when needed. So this is kind of more of a hold back energy instead of just like diving head in. You're definitely passionate about something, and you definitely are at the start of something new, reinventing yourself, revamping something, restarting a company, just getting that momentum. Like some of you guys can just get that momentum to just get back in the game and just to pick up on something. I feel like a continuation, something that you could have been doing before or working on before, and you're just picking up where you left off. Okay, it's a very young energy, so it could be like you wanting to be at the top of something, but you having to kind of get yourself there, and to get yourself there requires you going through the levels or the ranks. So some of you guys could be in the military or starting the military, or could have like a child that's doing so, or going into the next phase of their life in the next up and coming month, because this could be going into school or college, or just like getting back out there working on something. Yeah, Ace of Earth. It's definitely, you are, well, I feel like the universe is saying like put your energy towards something new instead of doing the same old thing over and over again. And this is where the King of Swords comes into play. Now you could be dealing with the King of Swords, but this energy of the King of Swords is definitely like, okay, being flexible, like I said, going towards something new. This is in a very practical way. It could, with the King of Swords energy here, it can really seem like, well, this is more me being in my thought process, imagining things. It may not work out, but the Ace of Earth is showing, yes, very practical ways that you can come across something new or revamp something. So you definitely have something new on the board here being offered to you, or you really have to put your energy towards making something happen. Like this is saying you can't just sit back and feel like things just going to come your way. You have to really put in the energy and the time and the work and the focus. Four of Air, this is also talking about, something being at a distance, or something possibly, sacrificing something may even been put in like a time out, or put on the back burner. This could be relationship. If you're more focused towards your energy towards accumulating finances or whatever, your relationship can suffer because there may be distance between you and a partner. And if you have a partner that's understanding, that's one thing. But if you don't, this is going to require a lot of communication, and either a person get it or they don't. They get what you're doing or they don't. But the Four of Swords to me is always about finding balance and rest. So you're on to something new, or you're revamping something, you're passionate again, or it's requiring your energy and your time. Therefore, you have to make sure that you're getting rest. Adequate rest is a Four of Air. Okay, so some of you guys are thinking about the moves that you're going to make towards this new thing. So this is saying, yes, like whatever you're working on is about prioritizing your time as well. Because especially if it's anything to do with studying, learning, writing, school, whatever you're preparing, it looks like a lot of that's going on. So you're going to have to be in a position to where you're prioritizing your time. Hanged man, definitely Aquarian energy, but this is also talking about really unpredictable circumstances around whatever you're working towards. So you want to put your energy towards something, but there's other things going on around you that's interfering with that. This is about saying, okay, hey, time to be mature, time to really say, listen, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, and it's nothing against you. This is just like, I don't have time, and you just really getting yourself in a position to where you're not overloading yourself. But at the same time, since it's unpredictable energy with Uranus in the sign of Taurus right now, transiting Taurus, this is about saying like you making sure that you are setting up opportunities and ways to help you keep focus in spite of things that are going on around you. I am not really talking about the transits right now in this particular card reading this time around, but I am going to be talking about them on my Butterfly to Light channel. So if you can go ahead and head over there and subscribe, I will be posting those within the next couple of days, and by the time the weekend's here. We already talked about the King of Air. Yes, Hangman, because whatever you're trying to jump at so quick, and this is just saying, don't force things. Whatever you're working at is going to take time, because I see the 10 of Earth here. So this is just saying, don't force things. Learn what you need to learn, know what you need to know, and just follow that. I definitely am feeling like this cold detachment, balanced approach that you have right now, and this is in all areas of your life, including relationships. This is the Queen of Air, so some of you guys could be dealing with a Queen of Air signs you could be dealing with, but this is also mostly talking about the approach that you are taking is very mental. It's based on fairness. A lot of you guys are like, okay, examining what's fair and that you are interacting with. What is fair? What is fair to you? What is not fair to you? And really, it's going to make you question a lot of your motives, a lot of moves you're making, and it's going to require conversation, communication behind what it is that you're discovering and where it is that you're trying to move towards and how you're going to get there, and how whoever is involved with you is going to be part of helping you get there, or if not, you're going to have to distance yourself from them. So communication is definitely coming up quite a bit. This is learning and teaching. So some of you guys may be training someone, okay, or training people and then being taught at the same time. Here is the 4 of Water. So I have already seen this in the Gemini reading, and this is just really, I'm getting a strong sense of being in a place and really fantasizing about being somewhere else, being in a place and wanting to be somewhere else, okay? And this could be the whole reason why some of you guys are going to have that energy of being willing to jump the gun. But universe is saying, hey, no, just take some time. What you feel, how you feel in the matter, in the situation is important. Some of you guys are going to feel like, well, I want to see my progress now, but you're being asked to understand where you're at, know where you're at, but then also see and know where you're trying to get to, because that is the best way to approach your situations coming up. Yes, and it's towards something very strong, very sturdy, that's going to benefit you in the long run. This time is more about you laying down a foundation, structurizing what you want to do, your plan, more than you just being at that place to where you're living out what it is that you want. But for some of you guys, yeah, you could already have some foundation set in some area of your life, commitment, family, all that, but you're trying to move towards something new at the same time. You're wanting to embark on a new energy, a new way of making money. Transformation, but it's going to require change. You're going through a lot of changes. And this is the being flexible part. Whoo, wow, that's so deep. I want to get some clarifications here, if you don't mind. Clarifications on the transformation card. Clarification on the transformation card, please. The Page of Materials, yeah. Change. with your approach. Change where your focus is at. Change of your expectations on how something has to look and how it has to go. I'm really strongly feeling like there's a great amount of you guys whose life, like, some of you guys are just, look, some of you guys could be like in your late 30s, early 40s, 50s, some of you guys even 60s. I don't discriminate, 70s, where you're at a place where you're like, oh, I'm mature and I've already paved the way and I'm hopeless. No, no. This is saying, no, ma'am. Like, no, sir. Yes, you're mature. You've gone through some type of change. Some of you guys are going through some type of body change, but I'm feeling like you feel like you've missed out on something. And, you could be around or surrounded with like younger people or people who feel like they have it all figured out. And let me tell you, they don't. And you have to remember, each person's life is unique. I heard a motivating story, guys, of someone, a lady. She didn't get married until she was 40. It was very motivational. She was like, I didn't get married. Just don't ever compare yourself to other people, from the place of just putting yourself down or feeling like you're not capable of something. She was like, she didn't get married till she was 40. She didn't have her first child until she was 48. But she's living a very happy, complete, fulfilled life. There are some people who get married young and it seems like they're having, the relationship of their life or whatever, and then they get to the point to where they've outgrown the situation. And don't get me wrong, that could be some of you too. I was trying to pause the video because I was getting interrupted and it wouldn't pause, guys. So, but yes, it was just very motivational what she was saying. This could be some of you guys to where you have been involved in a situation that you really feel like you outgrown. Doesn't matter what it is. This could just be your personal feelings. I just want to get a couple of these cards to add and to go over really fast. You have silence. Shh. Okay. Crystal work. So some of you guys definitely need to do some work with your energy. What's your purpose? Getting to the bottom of what your purpose is. Anything else for the sign of Taurus? Sex is on my mind. Kind of creative energy though. A lot of people are feeling like rather sexual this month, or creative. Silence. Shh. Okay, I just kind of feel like this is more about some of you guys really having something that you are holding back, and you are it could be becoming more of a burden, whereas you need to communicate. And that communication will help mend the situation or help get you in the track with the right direction, talking to the right people instead of like holding things in when you know that you need help with something. So this is like, why are you silencing yourself? I never will tell someone to be silent in situations where they're suffering, because I feel like some of you guys are suffering in silence, and it's like vent. And you have to understand that there's other people that's coming from the same place or are experiencing the same things that you're experiencing. Yes, and then for others of you guys that are working on something that you feel that needs to be, you're not ready to just let it all go, and present things. It's kind of like, hey, work on things as you progress. People will be able to see it. Get to the bottom of what your purpose is. What's my purpose? And as I say with this card, what is my purpose? Naming what that is the umbrella. Things that you decide to do to work at accomplishing or moving towards that purpose falls up under that umbrella. Okay? Sex is on my mind. So a lot of you guys are thinking about sex. But it's a very creative energy. Some of you guys are doing work crystal work, or you need to look into that. But this, with crystal work, for me, it's really about harmonizing energies, because a lot of people, they become confused, distracted, overworked, oversexed, whatever you want to call it, and they really need to balance themselves out, their chakras. You do it energetically, you know, candles, crystals. So yeah, and a lot of you guys can definitely have a lot of sexual healing that's taking place too, that you're gonna get involved in. I will be talking about that more, because people don't give enough credit to sex, especially when they feel like they're single, because they look at sex as this aspect of themselves where it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna hold it over my partner's head, and you know, I'm gonna be involved if he decides to get serious with me or get married, and you know, I'm going to just be oversexed as a male, vice versa. I feel like both sexes look at sex in a very odd way, and maybe from what they feel like is good intentions, you know. But however the case may be, we will be getting into that pretty soon. So you got some creative energy flowing here. I'm also seeing like a relationship to where it's like you could be, since there's not enough time, or you could be emotionally distant or cold from each other. It could be like sex taking place but not real communication, and sex is not going to fix problems. If it does, only to a point, because you're just going to keep coming up with the same issues. Unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance. So yes, this is that momentum that you need to get stirred up within that energy again here with the Page of Fire. You know, something that's going to get you going and active. Tune into your inner peace. Okay, I'm not surprised about seeing that, because we have the Four of Air here. So yeah, some of you guys could be at turmoil about something. You could be overworked, and I am here to tell you it's about working smarter, not harder. That is something that I really learned and came to appreciate during Mercury retrograde. All right, Taurus, that's all for now. I will be back with more readings for you guys during the month and collective readings. Until next time, please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss it.